I did, I had a bit of a problem with the camper. It snapped the clutch cable, so I'm hoping, I've changed it anyway. It wasn't that hard to change. Oops, let me shut that door a minute, 1 second. 1 second, guys. Okay, it's better. You gotta shut the door, otherwise it'll swing open. These old classics, they do they will swing open, and that'll smash into a car. So let's just hope it's driving okay, guys. You know what they're like. Every time I drive this, I always wonder if I'm going to break down. It's a VW T1 1967 split screen camper, right hand drive, even though to you guys it looks left hand drive because the camera's doing it backwards. So it's about a 10-ish minute drive. We're going to drive all the way into town and then go along the seafront and then go into we're going to a place called Uphill Beach. So the signal, we may lose signal, yeah? So let's make the best of it, have a little chat and a drop. Oh, yes. Mike, 1 second. Alright, no squeaky noises? Squeaky noises gone? You know Mum's on the beach at Uphill, you know that, do you? You want to go and see her, she's got food and stuff. That was my daughter. She's 18. 19, so years, so for the cable to be okay for 6 years is good. Who's that? Hello, is she there? Alright, she's just driven past me, hasn't she? So she's just driven there, you know, she's there, yeah? See you later. That's my daughter's friends. So, sorry about that, distracted by lots of things. So yeah, the clutch cable went on this car. Now, I've had this for 6 years. It's not a car, it's a camper van. This has a bed in it, you can cook in it, you can definitely sleep in it, guys. You go camping in it, you can live in this van, which is pretty amazing seeing as it's nearly 60 years old, I think. And everything works, all the rust. So this camper van, they are very, very expensive. This has had a lot of work to it, restoration wise. I have done a lot of the restoration, but the body work was not done by me. I did a few little repairs. I did a bit of welding, like the chassis and a few other bits and bobs. I had to weld in a new step. I'm pretty good with cars, guys. I can work on most cars. But with most vehicles, I've even worked on caravans, but I will say this, I have to be in the mood. If I'm not in the mood to do it, I will take it to a garage, but I always find that whenever I give it to a garage, they mess things up. They cause problems, you know, some mechanics. Some of these garages, they employ people that are very young, you know, quite young, quite inexperienced, and they cause more damage than do good. So I will say that, guys, that I like to do things myself. Like I've been working on my wife's car lately, and I've took it to the garage a few times. I always ended up fixing it myself. So garages are okay, but they're not okay. Do you know what I mean? I can afford to use a garage, but sometimes it's better just to buy the tool that you need and do it yourself. That's what I find. Rather than give a garage tool £300 and they make the problem worse, or you do it yourself. You spend £100 on the tool do it yourself. YouTube is your friend. Remember that, guys. YouTube, any job you could ever want to do on a car or a classic. Obviously this is a classic car, 1967, the same year I was born. It's my birthday, July the 10th, guys. July the 10th, I'm 58. Hint, hint. Anyway, the point I'm trying to say, guys, is do it yourself. If you can do it yourself, do it yourself. I've got a fully equipped garage, loads of tools. There's nothing I can't fix. I can build engines, I can do brakes, gearboxes, engines, anything. I can do it. I just need to be in the mood. My biggest problem is I like doing my Elvis channel. You know, I've got three Elvis channels, yeah? Elvis Presley fan on Keto, we're on now. And then I've got Elvis Presley long lost footage. The main one is defending Elvis Presley. I'd rather do that than work on the cars. I used to restore classic cars just for fun. I've done quite a few. I've spent years restoring classic cars. I've always worked on cars since I was 16 years old. In fact, I bought my first ever car when I was 16 and I restored it. When I was 17, I bought two derelict cars and I made one good from the two. And I was only 17 in an old little garage in a house that I rented. So when I was 15 years old, I moved into an old house with my two friends, and and there was a little garage. It looks like there's a traffic jam here. So there was a little garage in this house that we rented. It's funny because I was only 15 when I moved in there, because I had an argument with my dad, because my dad was a bit violent, sorry to say. And my mum, because at the time my dad had a fish and chip shop, you know, pie and chips, fish and chips, sausage and chips. So my lovely mum, who's still alive by the way, she's 81. I always get her age mixed up, but she's 81, yeah? She's in a nursing home. She's very happy. My mum's very happy. My mum wanted to go into a nursing home. She likes it. She actually likes the nursing home. They look after her, but she's very well. She has good health. There's nothing wrong with my mum. I wouldn't even say 81 is even old. Yeah, it is old, but you know what I mean. So my dear little mum used to would bring me food when I left home when I was 15. And anyway, in that house that I rented with my two friends, it was only £30 each a week for a room. Yeah, that's in that house. I got myself two old cars from a scrapyard that was nearby. I had these friends that owned a scrapyard. They're called the Penfolds. They're still around now. In fact, I saw one of them the other day. Anyway, and I built a car out of those two cars, and I sold it and made a profit. So I've always made a bit of money from cars. I've also lost money on cars as well. It's not always easy to make money from cars. Some people think it's quite easy to make money from cars. It's not. It's not. Cars are a pain in the arse. I have done okay with cars. Like on classic cars, I had a Volkswagen T2 camper van that was called Jessie. It was a 1971 camper van, and I restored it and sold it. I didn't make any profit on it, but I owned it for about 5 years. I sold it for what I paid for it, and I used that money to help pay for this one. This one was very expensive, yeah? I also restored 3 Volkswagen Beetles, and I sold 2 of them to help pay for this, and then I had to top up. These are very overpriced. Volkswagen split screens are very overpriced. these vehicles are treated like famous people, yeah? Like wherever I go, people wave at me. Wherever I go, people wave at me in this vehicle. It's like being in a famous, it's like I'm sat next to Elvis or something. Everyone's waving, which I do quite like. And then whenever I leave this car anywhere, people stand around it and take pictures of it. They stop me, they ask questions. Oh, where did you buy it? You know, how much is it worth? Because I've heard they're worth like £30,000, which they are. Did you restore it? You know, and then do you take it camping? The kids, Tino and Yasmin, absolutely love this camper. They love it. Yeah. Especially Tino. Actually, Yasmin's starting to outgrow it. All of my kids. I've got 5 kids with my wife, guys. All of my kids grew up in these classic camper vans. So this is the, let me just think. This is the 4th one that I've owned, but this is the oldest. Actually, this is the one that's in the best condition. This one doesn't have any rust. The others did have a bit of a problem with rust. So, right, let me just see where we are, guys. I love them. I'd be lost without a classic camper van. I miss owning a Beetle. I don't have a Beetle anymore. But there's no room at my house now for any more cars because, and I'll tell you why, guys, because my daughter passed her driving test about 4 or 5 months ago, so she's got a car. My son Rio is now having driving lessons. Rio is 17. He reckons he's going to pass his test within a few months. So he's going to need a car. I'm going to help him buy a car, but I have told him I want him to save up and pay half of it. So me and my son will go half each on the car. So we need a parking space for him. And then Gio, who is getting on to being 16 years old. He's a footballer. Gio is a proper footballer, yeah? He's been playing football since he was 6 years old. He's gonna have a car. So the truth is, guys, I can only really own one car because we need the car park spaces now for the kids. And guess who has to fix their cars? Me! I have to fix the kids' cars. So you know what it's like, guys. I'm always fixing cars. So if I'm in the right mood, guys, I will happily fix cars. I have to be in the right mood. But I do like a challenge, and I never give up. Yeah, I am very much. I will only give up on a job if I never give up on a job. There was one, I was going to do the clutch on my wife's Audi. I started taking it apart. I was going to do it, but it was £500 for the parts, and the car was only worth £1,000. So I made a decision. I started taking the clutch apart, which is I can do. But then when I found out that the parts were £500, I thought, do I really want to spend 2 days lying on the floor fixing a car when and spend £500 on parts when the car with a faulty clutch was only worth £500? So in the end I thought, do you know what, I'm not going to do it. I put it all back together. I did not order the £500 part, and I sold that car for £500, which I don't regret. So that I did give up on that job because it didn't make economical sense to keep that Audi. Yeah, so anyway, so far the new clutch cable is doing good. So we're in a bit of a traffic jam. So we're in an area called Old Mixon. Old Mixon. I used to go to school around here, and I think aren't we at that sort of, I can feel the cable stretching a bit because it's quite new, isn't it? So it's, yeah, okay. Probably needs a bit of adjusting up the cable, I can feel it, but it's going to be fine. because it's a brand new cable, it will stretch out a bit, so it means for the clutch to bite you need to push a bit further. So I'm hoping that's not a problem on the way home. I don't think it will be. So anyway, so that's it, that's my car story. So guys, just concerning the way I'm running the channels at the moment, I am trying to make more videos that I'm posting as a video, and I do call them it's like what do you call it, you know, when you publish them and then you can comment on them. I'm doing more of them at the moment. I just find that the problem I've got is when I'm doing a lot of lives, I'm very distracted, yeah, and I have found that if I do less lives, I don't get so distracted, because I'm trying to sort of keep my mind on the topic. And so then what's happening is stuff's happening around me. Now I find that if I don't do it live, I can get on with the topic, I can focus on the topic and get the video done and uploaded. Whereas I find with the lives, there's all stuff going on, then I have to respond to comments as well. The dogs are barking, the wife wants to talk to me, the postman comes. So I've reduced the lives I do now to one on defending Elvis, and then I try to do a live on a drive like we're doing now. You might be losing signal soon, guys, or on a dog walk we can do a live. So you will find on defending Elvis there'll be less lives. I'll still do one every day though, and more videos, but I will do the videos in a way where you can interact, so we can comment and we can watch the videos together. So I've just done another video concerning Colonel Tom Parker and the movies, and Elvis being ripped off by Colonel Tom Parker. I think it was only about 20 minutes long, and I've uploaded that, so you let me know how you get on with that. I thought it was quite good. It was just part one. I felt it's a 52-minute video that I'm reviewing, all about Colonel Tom Parker, and then you've got some quite well-known people commenting about Colonel Tom Parker. I didn't have enough time, so I thought I'm going to break it into 3 parts and post it. It's quite good, quite enjoyed it. Now we had quite a passionate live today. Matthew at Hillbilly Cat is completely convinced that Colonel Tom Parker did not gamble, which Matthew, I'm sorry mate, I'm not convinced. You're not going to talk me into that one. Like I keep saying, guys, we can agree to disagree, it's okay. We don't have to agree on everything. So we're nearly here, guys, so you're probably going to lose signal now. So remember, our channel on Defending Elvis is a discussion channel. I keep having to remind people this. It's fine that we disagree. It's fine that we have different opinions. It's fine that we get things wrong and that our research is not factual. We're not trying to be an encyclopedic book and get everything spot on. We're just fans, Team Elvis, Elvis fans around the world, coming together to chat about all different topics. That's all we are. Don't take it too seriously. Don't take it too seriously, guys. I can see sometimes people get quite upset. I do have a thing now though, that I do want people to focus on what we're talking about. If we're doing a topic and it's a little bit important or it needs listening to clearly, I like focus, so we can all engage on the topic. Yeah, guys. But let's not take it too seriously, guys. It's very tongue-in-cheek. You know, we love Elvis, we adore Elvis, but it is a hobby. It is a hobby. Please remember that. We come together, we're a lovely family of Elvis defenders. We adore each other, we love love coming together. I class all of you guys as my friends. I want Defending Elvis to grow, yeah? So please become members, guys. Thanks to the people that buy me a coffee or send me a super thank you. It does mean a lot to me. So guys, I'm at the beach now, so you're probably going to lose signal. You've probably lost signal a few times already, but we're here. It looks like it's going to be a bit windy. Windy, 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 windy. Woo, bump, city bump. Right. Anyway, thanks for the chat, guys. I wanted a chat. So on the way home,